Hello and welcome back to Hold the Line Sports, where we do the work so you don't have to. Now, if you're one of the 25 people subscribing to us and following us, you have been doing a lot of work over the past however long it's been, couple months. We
Before.
had to take a brief hiatus. Um, Me moving across the country, Will getting a new job, very difficult to coordinate the schedules and make this work on a consistent basis. We did the best we could for as long as we could, but I think now we're in a better spot where your schedule is a little bit easier to work with. And I think we can find kind of a cadence now that works, hopefully going forward. That's the plan, at least, anyways. We're trying to
Hopefully.
get back to being, consistent with this and give you guys some good content. So here we are. We're back. Will the professor has something special planned for us today. If you guys can see on the title here, how to fix the college football playoff. I'm going to go ahead and give him the floor, and I have not seen this either, so we're all going to learn together. Well, actually, I'm going to learn first, and then we're going to post this, and then you guys are going to learn. All right. But go ahead, man. Whenever you're ready.
Sweet. Yeah, I mean, it's been a long 3 months probably, but we're finally back, coming off some 12-hour days this past week, but we're good. We're good. Sweet. So yeah, this is how to fix, in my opinion, how to fix college football playoff, and how do we do it? The 4-4-2-2-1-1 method. So you may be asking, what is the 4-4-2-2-1-1 method? Jesus, it's hard to say. So as you
We
can
might
see,
need to work. We might need to workshop the title of the method.
the will method. So, four SECs get in, four Big Tens, two Big 12s, two ACCs, one G5 because I have to. I'm trying to make it as realistic as possible. If it was absolutely how to fix it, there'd be no G5, but I have to. And one at large.
I'm
So,
surprised you put two ACC in there.
I mean, you usually the ACC is not as bad as it was last year. And
Yeah.
when we go into the next slide, there will be a caveat to the ACC that you will see in the form of an asterisk.
Okay. All right. Fair.
See down there at the bottom, assuming ACC fixes their tiebreakers, because ain't no way 7-5 Duke should get in. But here's the rules. So the SEC and the Big Ten, top two teams play for the conference title, like normal. Both teams are automatically in, and the winner is guaranteed a top two seed in the playoff and a bye, and the loser is guaranteed to host a first round playoff game. So making it matters and playing for it matters. It's not like, like Ohio State and Indiana this year both made it and they were guaranteed in and guaranteed to host a playoff game. It's just where they were just playing for the one seed, basically. So this one, you're playing for a bye, so it actually means something. And then the Big 12 and the ACC, top two teams play for the conference title like usual. Both are automatically in. So regardless, they're in. The winner is guaranteed to host a first round playoff game, and the loser is guaranteed to make it but will go on the road. And obviously, this is assuming ACC fixes their tiebreaker. I'm going to show you guys what it would have looked like um, like if it were to happen to this year. And I have Miami in the ACC championship because they were fixed. So the this is assuming they fixed their tiebreakers because that was some bullshit that
I mean, the
freaking
fact,
Duke get in.
yeah, the fact that they even get a shot and it's not even like it was just Miami in front of them. It could have been Miami, Georgia Tech, Pitt, Louisville. Like there was four other teams that I would have justified playing for the ACC title over Duke. Not even just like a Miami thing. I mean, there was five teams better than them, including Virginia.
For sure. For sure. Yeah. So those are the rules for the conference championships. In all four conferences, the teams that make it there are automatically in. And we're trying to this is also getting rid of a committee. So we're done with that Hunter Garanchek selection show chaos debacle.
Yeah,
Sounded
I'm
like
over that
idiots.
too.
So yeah, we get rid of those. So, but you're not leaving it up to the computer model that we're gonna have. um, for you know to like make sure you're the best team. So if you make the your conference championship from a P4 conference, you are in the playoff. So then
Okay.
you have your play-in games, and this is only the SEC and the Big Ten. So teams ranked 3 through 6 in their conference standings play. So 3 versus 6 at the higher seed stadium, 4 versus 5 at the higher seed stadium. Both winners advance to the playoff as automatic qualifiers. That's the 4 teams right there from the SEC and the Big Ten. You got your conference championship teams, and then you have the winner of these 2 games. Both winners advance, and these games will be played on conference championship weekend. So it's not like how when Gruden was saying it, you have your top seeds playing and the lower ones sitting at home. Now that's not the case. Everyone is playing. So it's not like an advantage. Like technically, right now, like I'd say Oregon has a great advantage in the playoff, even though they were sitting at home. And
Yeah.
Indiana kind of got the shaft because they have to go. They get a bye, but yes, then they go play Bama or Oklahoma. So it kind of there's still going to be like times like that where someone likes their path a little more than the other, but it's like this is to kind of to minimize the fact that the higher seeds were playing and the lower seeds were not.
I mean, even any like even in the pros, it's like you're not always gonna like love your road to a championship. It's kind of just the most. I mean, but the pros all have what's the most fair way to make sure you get a shot, and that's like the thing that college football doesn't have that it needs is the most fair way for everyone to get a chance, a realistic chance, based off of how good you are. Not just playing the games. I
Yep.
like this. I like this
So
so
then
far.
we go into the seeding. Teams are then placed into 3 pools. So you have your pool 1, which is your first round bye, pool 2, first round hosts, pool 3, first round roads, basically. So you have your SEC and your Big Ten champ. You rank them, or that you won't rank them. The computer will rank them 1 through 2. So who's the 1 seed, who's the 2 seed, basically. It really doesn't matter. Then pool 2 is the first round hosts. You will rank those in their respective pools. So even if you think the ACC champion would be the 14th best team, they won their conference. So they're in pool 2. They're hosting. So then you rank them. They may be the 8 seed playing the best road team, but they're they're hosting a playoff game. That's because you want conference championships to mean something. You want to be playing for something, and teams will play for a home playoff game for sure.
Yep, absolutely.
So you rank those 3 through 8. Then pool 3, you got your first round roads. You rank them the same in their respective pools, and uh, and you may be asking, what are these pools? How do you get into them? Right here, pool 1 and pool 1 SEC and Big Ten champ ranked. Pool 2, you got your Big 12 champ, your ACC champ, your SEC runner up, your Big 10 runner up, and then the 2 highest ranked play-in game winners. And those are ranked by a similar computer model to the BCS. I think that was a great model because it took it out of the hands of ADs who could have a dog in the fight. Put it in a computer model, and the BCS was one of the best eras of college football. So put it in a computer model, and that's what we ranked. And then teams can't be like, "Oh, we were shafted." No, just the model had you lower. Simple as that. And then pool 3, Big 12 runner up, ACC runner up, 2 lowest ranked play in game winners, and then the at large and the G5 champ. And these aren't in any order. I just have them listed. So technically, like the Big 12 runner up could be the 14 seed, which I'm making the G5 locked at 14 because they should never be any higher unless they're undefeated. So, and I doubt like this year Tulane is the best G5 and they're 10-2. They lost to 2 G5 teams. Shouldn't be in. But we love John.
Yeah,
So,
yes, you do.
I do love John. We love John. So, you may be wondering, what would this look like right now? This is
I
what it
am
would have
wondering
been
that.
if it were to happen this year.
Okay, so this is this year.
Yep, Texas and Texas A&M. So that would have been the 5-4 matchup. Texas, literally the week after playing them, would have gone to Kyle Field to play, and the winner goes to the playoff game, to the college football playoff, and then Oklahoma goes to Ole Miss, back to Ole Miss, and and plays them. That would have been the 3-6 matchup. Michigan goes to USC, and that would have been the 5-4. And Iowa goes to Oregon, a rematch of that one, but that one was in Iowa. So then they get to travel to Oregon this time. And for this exercise, I'm not predicting these games. I'm just gonna say the higher seed won. I'm not.
Okay.
This isn't what I think would happen, but this is just what I'm going to say for this specific one, just to make it a little easier for the like the picturing of it, basically.
Okay.
So then, any questions so far?
No, I mean I see potential hangups down the road, but it's really based off of the conferences. Like if someone improves, like what if we go back to mid 2000s ACC or like mid 2010s ACC where there are multiple teams that are, you know, relevant and not just one or two maybe if they're lucky. Does this shift to, like what happens at that point if it's not just Clemson, Miami, Florida State, like let's say it wouldn't be Georgia Tech because they're going to be awful now, but another team like does that make you see what I'm saying?
I see it. Yeah.
Like what if there's four teams from the ACC or Big 12 that are in the top 15?
And yeah, I do wish you had like I tried as hard as I could to like make a play in for the ACC and the Big 12 as well, but it's with only two teams getting in, it's almost impossible because they're not going to get rid of the conference championship. So
Right.
like
Yeah. Well, yeah,
it's
they further give you the point that
hmm
it has to mean something. Like they double
yep,
down on that every year. So yeah, it's not going away.
yeah. And if that happens, then by all means we will change this format. But no offense to the ACC, I know they're your boys. The gap has only grown since NIL has taken off.
Yeah,
Um,
no, and I
so
mean, and I say it for like the Big 12 too, which
yeah,
I think is actually, I mean, it's still definitely below the SEC and Big 10, but I thought they had some good teams this year. I don't think the ACC had good teams this year. Like I will be the first to tell you that. I think the Big 12 did though.
I think the Big 12 has some good teams. I do think it was Texas Tech and everybody else. Um,
Yeah,
but I could see BYU being up there. I mean, like in this situation, BYU's in,
yeah.
um,
But I
and
mean, I like Utah. Like there's teams in there that I actually thought were like
yeah,
that I respected.
yeah, yeah. I do think that the Big 12 was definitely good this year, but I just think I think the reason that the conferences would go for this is the fact that right now the ACC and the Big 12 are one bid leagues. This guarantees you two spots in the playoff.
That is true. Everyone in a sense, everyone does still win.
hmm So like they could like in a crazy year, the Big 12, the ACC could get three teams, but that's probably one out of 15 years, probably.
True. True.
So now they're guaranteed two every single year, regardless of what happens. Technically, I was going to put you have to be ranked in the top 25 or your thing becomes an at-large spot. So like a 7-5 Duke wouldn't get in. So, but we didn't add that in just yet. So we'll figure that out going forward. But this is assuming they fix the tiebreaker, so that would rarely ever happen. But it was also assumed the ACC would always be better than ACC champ would always be better than a G5 champ. But that happened. So, yeah.
Insane.
So yeah, for this exercise, every higher seed won the play-in game. Just
Okay.
this is not what I predicted. This is what I had to make it a lot easier to see. So this is what it would have looked like. Obviously, you got your Indiana, your Georgia, two buys, Big Ten champ, SEC champ. Indiana was the one seed, so I just had them at one. And then I kind of ranked them of how I think that it would go. So You got your other two champs. Miami would have destroyed Virginia
Yeah.
in the ACC championship, and
Yeah,
then
in a game that matters. Yep.
Texas Tech obviously destroyed BYU. So then you have your conference runner ups and your G5. So BYU in there, Virginia in there, Bama in there, and then Tulane and Ohio State. I didn't drop Ohio State because I lost the one seed, but I did. I Bama was the lowest runner up for me because I think Miami would have jumped them if they won the ACC. So you have that. But since they made the SEC championship, they're guaranteed to host, so they had to be an 8 seed or higher. Then you got your at larges, or not your at larges, your playing game winners. Texas A&M going to Alabama, USC going to Oregon. That would have been a rematch again, so that's fun. You got Ole Miss, they beat Oklahoma to get in, and then you got, yeah, that was it, I think. Yep. So you got that. Good matchups, way better matchups than what we got in the first round. Right now, I'd say there's only two like stinky matchups in the first round. When there's 6 games, right now there's 2 stinky matchups when there's 4 games, and that's just gonna happen with the playoff. And once you keep expanding it, it's just bound to happen. So, and
Yeah, you want 14 teams, and eventually there's a gap.
yeah, and I like in this one, I only think like probably like 7 or 8 teams have a shot at winning the national championship. Like I don't think USC can win it. So,
Yeah.
but they got to get in because I like in a perfect world, I think 8 teams is the number, but we're not going down. So I'm
No.
a realistic way to fix the playoff. And then you got your at large Notre
Saw
Dame.
that coming.
Yeah, I wanted to put Oklahoma or something like that because like even if you lose your playing game, it's the highest ranked at large out of everyone. So it doesn't have to be just Notre Dame. If you like say Oregon was to lose to Iowa, they could get in as the highest ranked at large. It's just based on off a computer model. But I had Notre Dame. I think the computer model would have loved them probably. And yeah, one thing that you may notice as well is an at-large team cannot host. So it's kind of strong arm in Notre Dame, which I love. Join a conference or you will never host a playoff game again. And you're kind of just at the mercy of, say, Oregon, who's the number 5 team in the country, going into the playing game. They lose, you're probably out. You ain't jumping to Oregon probably in the
True.
model. So join a conference, and you could play your way in. If not,
You
it's
can be a
based up
part
to a
of
computer
this.
model. Yeah, like I'm tired of it. I'm tired of this. And then I'm so glad they got punished for not being in a conference this year. Like the only reason they're not in is because they're not in a conference.
Yep.
If they were in the ACC, they not only probably would have won it, but they would have been there, and then they probably would have been like, oh, you can't punish them for losing an ACC championship.
No, they literally they spent 6 straight weeks demolishing every ACC team that they played. It was like 6 straight weeks they played an ACC team and won by 2 scores or more. They
And
would have dominated. They would have
yeah,
wrecked
they would
everyone.
have destroyed everyone. And like I get it, like you get more money for being independent and all of that stuff, but it's the risk you take.
Yeah.
In this model, you only have a one way into the playoff. Join a conference, you have multiple ways. But if you want to be independent, join a conference, and if you want to host a game ever again, join a conference. Simple as that. And all these first round games at the host. So Bama hosting, Oregon hosting, Texas Tech hosting, etc., etc. The second round is still on college campuses. So Indiana hosts, Georgia hosts. We need these bye teams to host. The more games on playoff games on college campuses, the better.
Yep.
1000%. So, and then I just put the semifinals in the Rose Bowl and the Sugar Bowl. They'll rotate. So I just put the 2 most popular ones for now. Because I want to put the Rose Bowl in there every year, but it wasn't in there every year when the 14 playoff was around. So it's okay
Correct.
to not be in there occasionally. But I do really love the Rose Bowl. So if we want to put it in there, at all times, I'm fine with that. Completely fine. And I didn't predict this. This is just what it looked like in my eyes. I didn't like see who was going to win or anything like that. But you may be wondering, where are the other four New Year's Six bowl games?
Yes.
New Year's Six bowl games right here. Games will rotate between the semifinals every year. The remaining four will be played by these 8 teams. So the 2 SEC play-in losers, 2 Big Ten play-in losers, and then you got your highest ranked non-playoff ACC team, your highest ranked non-playoff Big 12 team, and then just the highest at large, basically in a P4, and then a non-playoff G5, highest ranked. So it gets
So it's like some
everyone kind
combination
of
of
included. It goes
these.
back to remember when like back in the when the New Year's Six bowls meant something, like the SEC runner up would always go to the Sugar Bowl, something like that, and the ACC champ or ACC runner up would always go to the Orange Bowl. They were kind of locked in those specific ones. Like I loved it when that was a thing. So it's got those kind of each conference gets a team or 2 teams, something like that. So I think it would be a good way. And not doing anything with these opt outs. No team is opting out. So the way that we're going to do it, obviously, there's like rev share. What do conferences love more than anything? Money. Okay? Rev share. Conferences get some of that money. So you can force your team to go. And if they opt out, postseason ban next year. You will not opt out of a playoff game. You will not opt out of a playoff game. Is Cam still here? Damn. He dip out? Man. I can't see him anymore. There he is.
I'm back.
There he is.
I'm back.
So we'll keep going. We may have to start over, but we'll keep going.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, cool.
I didn't even notice you were gone because I was on the screen. I just went, oh, he's not here.
I probably like 45 seconds to
Okay,
a minute
that's not too
where
bad.
I was out. No.
So yeah.
Start this or kind of keep going, and I was following along anyways.
So the thing you probably missed is to like opt outs. I'm not having it. Not having it. Rev share, getting the conferences to force these teams to go. If you don't go, postseason ban. You're done.
Oh my gosh.
Next year,
I don't know if
postseason ban.
I don't know if you're allowed to do that, but I love it.
You can ban a team from a postseason. So I like and to get because the conferences have to agree to this, obviously. And
Yeah.
what do conferences love more than anything? Money. So rev share with these bowl games make a shit ton of money.
Yeah, they normally
You force
collect
your
most
team
of
to
it.
go because you
Yeah.
want to make that money. If you don't go, ban them from your postseason.
Okay.
Don't allow them to go.
I mean,
Simple
I
as
love
that.
that.
Like I'm done with these opt outs. Play football. Don't quit when things don't go your way, Notre Dame.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I
And
mean,
then
you're still. I mean, I think that probably fixes a decent amount of it. Like, you're still gonna have like
you're gonna have
you're not
player
gonna be able
opt-outs.
to exactly. You're not gonna be able to control the
Team
players, which
opt-outs,
still
I'm not
sucks.
dealing with that.
Yeah.
That like I'm okay with some player opt-outs if it happens. Cool. Like you get your young guys a chance. Someone could break out. That's fun.
Right.
That's fun with the bowl game.
Right.
But I'm teams opting out. No, I'm done with that. That's the most like wussy shit ever. So
Really
like
is.
go,
We're
go
talking
play
to you, Notre Dame.
yeah, go play some football. Come on. And then this is what I think it would have looked like in some form, some capacity, basically. So Oklahoma play-in game loser goes to play Iowa play-in game loser. JMU plays Vandy. That's the at-large team right there, the Vandy, the highest ranked at-large. They weren't in the play-in game, but they were ranked pretty high. It's still crazy that they, even with the top 6 teams in the SEC playing, Vandy would not have had a shot, which sucks.
I know it's still that was gonna be one of my like questions is like there's still snubs even with yours. Like, who are the snubs in your mind? Like, who's a team that probably deserved to get in and didn't.
Vandy,
And for me, it's Vandy. Yeah, for me, it's Vanderbilt.
Vandy,
Because I really
and then
did, like,
Utah.
I truly thought they were going to get in with your format, and they're still. I mean, they didn't even get on the PowerPoint presentation until just now.
Yeah, that's the one team that was snubbed, which and this is an all-time like year basically. So, but I got more teams in or have a shot. Vandy was the only one, and it's only because they lost to Texas.
Yeah,
Texas had that to head, so it's why. Then you got your Michigan, Georgia Tech. You know, got that that ACC runner or ACC team in the Orange Bowl, kind of getting down there, and then Texas versus Utah. I think that'd be a fun one in Arizona. So yeah, that is my presentation. Any
I
questions?
no, I think I like just about all of it. Like I told you, the only thing that I was like worried about was, what if the other conferences improve somehow? Not that, and if it happens, it won't be next year. It probably wouldn't be the year after that. But like I guess the only issue that I would have is like the long termness of this. Like 5 years, does this still work? Maybe 10 years, does this still work? I don't know. I don't know if 10 years from now it still works.
Yeah, I mean, like
Um,
if Clemson gets back to Clemson, if Florida State gets back to Florida State, Miami
a
keeps
lot of
doing what they're
ifs.
doing.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I think Georgia Tech can keep going as well with Brent Key. They're in a recruiting hub in Georgia, so they should be able to at least be somewhat competitive every year.
They don't have
Um,
Haynes, man. It's
yeah,
different.
it's going to be tough for him. But like, if the ACC or the Big 12 get back to like being actually like really good P4 conferences, then yeah, we'll readjust. Um, but as far as I've seen, the gap has only grown because the SEC took the best two teams from the Big 12. The Big 10 took like probably two of the best teams from the Pac-12, and then you got
Yeah.
UCLA and all that crap. But still, like, yeah, if they get better, I'm all for it. I'm all for more. But as of now, like for the next probably, I'd say 5 years probably, I don't see that happening, and I think this is the best way to make sure it. Like in my eyes, it's basically just an 18 team playoff that turns into 14. Because I mean, you got your playing games, but
Right.
it's kind of just an 18 team playoff that plays in to getting into the tournament.
Well, if there was ever a year where something should be implemented that's like this, it would be after this year with the teams that we had getting in. The fact that we have two G5 teams in the playoff already solidifies the fact that your way of doing this is like, I don't know, a million times better
Yeah,
than their current way. And I mean, it's not necessarily their fault. I don't think they thought that this would have happened. Like I don't think they considered a 7-5 Duke team winning the ACC championship and what that
it
would look like for what is supposed to be the biggest stage of football.
it was never supposed to. It just can't happen. It shouldn't happen.
And I
Yeah.
think with this, that wouldn't happen because you
No.
guarantee only one G5. The worst thing with yours, the worst thing that happens is a team like Vandy doesn't get a look, which, I mean, look at like even Michigan gets a look, Iowa gets a look.
Yeah.
Like those like fringe teams that had like good years. Like I'm looking at it, like really only Vandy is the one that was probably in that like top 15-ish space that didn't get a look, which was taken by a G5 team. But like
Yeah.
you can't just not have like otherwise why would they have mid majors? Like why would they even exist if they have no shot at greatness?
In a perfect world, I think we just have a G5 playoff.
I love that. I mean it's what literally every other that's what the FCS does.
Yeah.
The FCS does that. That's still Division 1. So if the FCS can do it, why can't the G5 do it?
Because like the G5 wants a shot at winning the the playoff, obviously the national championship. Have a G5 national championship because no offense, you are not running the table to win a national championship. You are not winning four straight
I
games
was about
against
to
Power
say
Four teams
even
to
if you
win a
win
national
one,
title. Yeah, I
even,
like it's rare that they're going to win one.
yeah, even if you win the first round, you just there's too many blue chips that you have to face along the way. You just don't have a prayer of doing that 4 times.
Everyone wants to think it's going to be like March Madness. It's football. It's not basketball.
No,
It's completely
not with
different.
size and
Size and
speed
speed.
are yeah, size and speed are so much more important, and you literally like recruit these people based off of size and speed, and the power forwards are able to do that at a higher degree than everyone else, which is why there's such a disparity in talent.
Yeah, and anytime there was anything with a pulse in the G5, they're getting scooped up by the big boys.
Yeah, I
So
mean even Mensa with his year at Tulane or whatever, he's as the second that he plays well, he's out. He's going to Duke. Now, granted, he
hmm
only went to Duke, but that's still a power four compared to a G5. That's going to happen every year.
yeah, and like they're not even playing the same sport. Like
Chandler Morris is another. I mean, they did the same thing with Chandler Morris at North Texas.
yeah, like it's absolutely insane to me because like I saw something like JMU's best win is Old Dominion.
Old Dominion's best win is Virginia Tech, though.
It's still not a good win though. That team was dead.
Yeah, I think
Like
that was. I think Pry got fired like literally right after that game.
as he should have, as he should have. But yeah, like JMU's best win is Old Dominion,
Yeah,
and they're in the playoff. They played one game against a P4 opponent. It was Louisville, and they lost by 14.
yeah. And I like JMU. Like I think it teams like that. Like I think it would be fun to watch a team like JMU, a team like Tulane, even like a North Texas. I think it would be fun to watch them play multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
Through in like a playoff format instead of one bowl game that doesn't matter. Like in it's extra practice days, but like in the grand scheme of things for a G5, like that extra bowl game is, I just think it means very little. Like I think having given them a chance to actually win something that means something, like seeing Kennesaw State with a shot at a play, at like at a championship. I mean, it's great they won the conference championship. That's like incredible. But like then you can take it a step further and be the best G5 team in the nation.
I mean, yeah, I just can't fathom that there's some people that would be like, yeah, I'd rather go to Ole Miss and get blown up by 30
No,
than have a
no
shot
one
at a
says
national
that.
title.
That's what the beginning of the season is for. It's
Like,
not the end.
why would you want that? Why would you want to get blown up by Ole Miss? But yeah, you're on national television. I still think that G5 playoff would do numbers. It
Yeah,
would do
I'd
numbers.
watch it.
Oh
I
yeah,
would watch it,
I'd
hundred
watch every
percent.
single game. I'd
Yeah,
watch every single game. So like, I think watching some G5 football games are more entertaining than P4 football games.
yeah, because they're so messy.
Yeah, it's so fun to watch.
They're chaotic.
It's
Yeah,
like watching like mid majors playing basketball.
yeah,
It's so fun to watch.
yep.
But
They're chaotic and they play hard, so they are fun to watch.
mm-hmm. And
No, I
you could
think
have that.
I think that was the only and it's not like an issue that you could fix based off of this. Like that is still the only issue I see. Is I just even like Boise State last year. I thought Boise State last year was one of the best G5 teams I have seen, like in the history of me
Oh
watching
yeah.
football. I think that was one of the best. They still didn't stand a chance, which tells me all I need to know. And
They
so
still got blown up at like what 17 something like that.
yeah, it's and they like and you could see they competed for a half. They competed. Like they were, in the fight, but like they don't there's not enough manpower to take on what these guys in the power four can do. And so that is still not to your discredit. I think the rest of it is great, but that's still the thing to Vanderbilt should be in that other spot in
Yeah,
my
I mean,
mind.
in a perfect world, I think G5 gets their own playoff, but I try to make this as realistic as possible because the G5 is not gonna go for it when they're like, oh, we don't have a shot. So, like,
Still don't.
if they get their own playoff, then yes, it would be just two at larges at the end. It'd be Notre Dame and Vandy in, or
I
something
love
like
it
that.
then. I think if that happens, I think you like it's as close to perfect as you can get. Because I think your fringe teams had a chance to show out. That was the only thing is Vandy didn't have a chance to show out. All your other fringe teams had a chance. It was just on them to execute. Um, but other than, I mean, that's it. That's the deserving, right? Like I
Yeah,
always hate. But the team, those top 15 teams all had a legitimate chance to make it happen. I think with this format, it's your top 10 ish, and then a couple that don't belong.
yeah. I mean,
And this
like
is this
you
is
got your Virginias, your we had Tulane in there. But I mean, the 12 seeds USC. USC is a solid football team.
Yeah.
I don't, are they gonna go and beat Indiana, Ohio State for a national title? No, but they're a
No,
solid
but
football team.
it also make me look smarter because I had them higher up on the preseason rankings. So I
I
appreciate
think they
that.
were fine. I think they were fine.
Yeah.
They kind of manhandled Michigan. They, they didn't they competed with Oregon ish. And
Yeah.
I mean I think they're going to be really good next year. They just signed like a top, I think the number one class 26. So I think USC's on the come up.
All right, man. That was excellent. Is there anything else for us?
Nope, that was it.
All right. We'll go ahead and wrap this up then. Um, I don't know exactly what the plan is
Damn, I think we
for
lost him again.
the following. Can you hear me?
Oh, maybe it's me.
I think it might be
Oh, yeah,
you.
it's
Can you
me.
hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. So I don't know exactly what the plan is in terms of what our cadence is going to be, but I do know that we are back in the grind, and we're going to try and get some content out to you regularly. Stuff like this. We've got playoff games coming up. We still have NFL. We'll put our heads together, and we'll come up with like a good format that works and a good cadence that works. But as always, I appreciate you guys for watching. Appreciate you guys for listening. We will see you next time.
Peace.